You step on the road, look left, look right, and you can see a very familiar looking path off to the right hand side. One that you veered off of to acquire wine.
Oh no. Should we? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go down that one.
You all start walking and Zoom kind of looks confused for a moment and kind of points to on the main road.
It is this way.
We just want to stop in.
Shrugs.
Maybe we can get some wine.
Maybe they'll have an extra
I
horse.
mean, you all walk
Maybe.
the distance, traversing the entire way. And you see that familiar looking kind of barn-like structure. The outside looks not new, but slightly weathered. You see the massive doors on the outside. You can see that there is a horse and a cart over in the corner.
Do you recognize the horse?
No, you don't recognize this horse.
I don't. I'm about to buy a horse, if we can. We're gonna go up.
Let's knock on the door.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door.
You knock.
And then I'm gonna step back a couple steps because, like, I know what happened last time. I don't want to see them naked.
You all didn't see anything before. You
No, we didn't, but, like, Jacob did.
Based on Jacob's reaction.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
15.
25.
25. You, Talavin, as you are the closest, you hear very interesting sounds on the other side of the door. Wait,
Maybe we should.
doesn't seem like they heard you.
Knock a little louder. I want that horse.
Nope. Sounds get louder.
Let's not.
I kicked the door down! No, I'm just kidding. Do we see anyone else?
Can we leave a note? Let's leave a note.
Why would we leave a note?
Just be like,
Is there a barn?
This structure kind of is the main one, the overall barn. You can look around, you don't see a barn.
Where's the horse?
they're probably
There's
not
on the side. There's like a little overhang next to a cart.
They probably think they're not going to sell their horse.
Fine, we can leave a note on the door.
Nope. All sorts of sounds.
Fine, we'll leave a note on the door. I'm gonna scribble something out. What do you want to say?
Just like, I don't know,
I'm gonna say
that we're alive.
no,
No.
something like super quirky and like something like sort of Snoopy that they would find amusing. I don't know.
Something creepy. I mean, they might still be in the other town, but they only said they'd be there for a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down. It's like something that he said to me that I remember, but I don't think I wrote it down. And it was like real, like.
That was a lot of it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
You can
I didn't write down
kind of
any of the stuff he
hear
said.
them talking in Sylvan, kind of as Tal'el is kind of describing the different things that have happened and like what he's been doing, and she's just listening intently to everything. When she gets excited, you see her wings like quicken. When she looks sad, they kind of droop. She's very animated. She's very animated.
I'm gonna put on the note. Looks like the sprites weren't so bad after all, and then I'll just write Tally. Like not my full name, but just Tally.
I like it.
And then I'll just kind of like. How do I pin it to the door?
Slide it under.
They might step
Well,
on
you
they might
could
not
say
see
it is for Jacob and Wyatt.
I guess, yeah, I'll write like Jacob at the top.
Yes.
And Jacob at the top.
And then guess I don't want to leave like a dagger behind. How many daggers do I have?
I'm going to shoot.
You have some of the faulty arrows.
Oh yeah. I'll just
Simple enough.
okay.
Pin it right there. Probably will hold. Be great.
You do what it do.
No.
It's not gonna hold.
Does it just fall?
No, they don't notice.
Oh, okay.
They're not gonna notice my note?
They're not right now.
Oh, you mean like they don't notice that I just put an arrow in their door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing each other. It's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah.
We can leave now.
This is fine.
They do
This
what
is
they
fine.
do.
They're doing
They
something.
doing what they do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Bomber.
They seem like they really do that a lot.
According to Jacob, they might be getting engaged and starting a family soon.
Probably already started.
Alright.
You all head back up the path.
Yes.
And off to the right. And head the rest of the day's journey, that half a day, to Bomberg.
Yeah.
You approach
Back to civilization.
the
Not the swamps!
oh, not the swamps.
Anyone want to buy some crocodile? We have a lot.
You do have a lot of crocodile, and you do have the other bits, pieces, and parts of things, stuff and things. You all, as you all are approaching-
I'm gonna say that I put her silver ring in my bag of holding that she gave me.
Okay. As you all are approaching, you do hear like, do I have to? He's like, it's safer. Or at least it was safer whenever I did it. Alright. You see Zoom kind of like look like reassuringly, but slips the two into his side pouch. Into an empty side pouch. And he walks up and
Oh shit! We have to pay a toll to get in this bitch.
Not bad.
you all walk up
I'm
and see the
gonna
guards.
this guy again.
Is it the same guard?
Yeah, it's the same guard.
No!
Looks at you. What's your business?
Don't you remember
We need
us?
a place to stay for the
Looks.
night.
We thought you were going to die. You got me! Like 50 gold, remember? It's like, yeah, whatever.
Well,
Why did you think we were going to die?
well, he didn't think we were gonna die. The other guy did. He bet on us to live.
And he's like, he kind of gets this kind of smirk on his face. He's like, it's just something we do to pass the time.
I see.
Same toll.
How much is it?
Wasn't it 10?
Yeah.
It was 10 gold. Okay.
For all of us?
Each.
Okay, so it's just 3, so it's 30 total. I'll subtract 15.
Zoom looks and kind of waves at you guys, and he reaches out and pays the 30 gold. He kind of smiles at you guys and gives a nod. The guy kind of looks and he's like, alright, no trouble, any of you. Welcome.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Opens the gate and you all walk back into Bomberg.
Yeah, okay. We're doing things and stuff.
The smell of
We
the city
accomplished.
hits you.
Is there a bakery anywhere around here?
A bakery?
Can I get bread anywhere?
You could probably get bread from one of the inns, but then go ahead and make a perception check.
18.
18. You don't see any bread makers per se. You don't see any kind of bakery. You can gather that most people probably...
Do I see any? Okay.
Most people will probably bake in their own homes.
Damn.
But you do know, eventually after talking to some of the individuals, that there is one stand that, one of the ladies does make very good homemade bread. And it's just one of the stands that is in the main thoroughfare. She only does it a couple of days, but as it's nearing the end of the day, she might still be there. You all take off. Zoom is trying to walk as carefully as he can. He's walking very evenly.
Okay, I don't run, but I kind of walk just a little fast.
Just a little fast. He kind of motions like he'll catch up.
And I look back and I'm like, be careful. And I go get my bread.
He looks and points at Warrior like,
I'm gonna go with Warrior.
Okay, I'm going to get my bread.
Go get your
you take off sprinting. Bread! Get in the thoroughfare, look around, make another perception check.
Finally. rolls that don't count for life or death.
24.
24. You breathe in and we're good.
It's good.
Do I smell it?
You do. It's a little bit
Carbohydrates!
stale, but you eyes flare open off immediately to the right, kind of across the way, close to one of the other fresh marketplaces, one of the booths that had been open before. You see an individual, probably in her late 30s, hair pulled back in a long kind of fishbone braid, like human.
Yes.
Looks like she's kind of bundling things up for the day, folding pieces, folding everything. Looks, hello?
I'm just wondering if I can buy some bread.
You probably can.
Please.
Of course. Sorry, it's been a long day. Undoes the different pieces, and you can see these lovely loaves. Some of them are like the Italian loaves. You actually see there are kind of some, like, almost looks like cinnamon bread. It looks like it's been, like, swirled on the inside.
Nora wants some cinnamon bread. Okay.
You see there are some rolls that look a little bit hard, but it would be a hard
Better than more and crocodile. I'll take it.
She kind of points to like, these are a little bit stale. I made them fresh this morning, but it's just the air. She kind of crunches and they make the nice crunch and bread.
I kind of just like...
She sets those out, and she also has what look like kind of these like muffin loaves.
Yeah.
You smell them. You can smell a little bit of fresh fruit. Or fresh enough. Blueberries.
Banana bread and blueberry bread.
She has blueberry bread, but she does not have banana bread. She has about like 6 loaves of like the small kind of blueberry loaves.
DM question.
Answer.
How long would blueberry bread last?
It depends. I mean, the blueberry cupcakes seem to last a long time in the bag of holding. But it would probably get stale, but the sooner the better.
Okay.
Maybe like a week.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. I'm gonna. I point to the blueberry bread and I'm like, I'll have 2 of those, please.
She sets them over to the side and has kind of a cloth and sets it out and begins kind of wrapping them up. Is that all?
Can I also get 3 of the cinnamon looking?
Of course.
And then
begins organizing, kind of stacking them in different ways. Pulls it further over.
I don't want this to become too much, but I'm also gonna get 4 of the. You said just like little bread looking, like it was just like a little bread.
No, they're rolls.
Yeah, get 4 of those.
And she puts them over the side.
And that'll be all.
Alright. All this is 4 silver.
Okay, I give 4 silver. I give her 5, just because I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you. She wraps it up and ties everything in a nice little bow and hands the cloth to you and takes the 4 silver. 5 silver. Thank you. And puts it in a side pouch.
Question, when will you be back so that maybe I can try some fresh bread another day?
Well, I usually try to be here every 2 or 3 days, all things depending. And things have been doing really well recently. I might try and come back tomorrow morning, but I'm going to be working in the fields, so it probably won't make too much. Will you for sure be back tomorrow? I could make a stop by if you want to.
As long as it's not, what am I looking for? Too much trouble. I would gladly buy some more fresh bread off of you in the morning.
At this point, Zoom and Nora and Warrior all come walking up, and Zoom's eyes kind of get big at the cinnamon bread.
Yes, I know.
And she kind of sees him, kind of shies away just a little bit, and he...
Okay, do I notice that he's eyeing the cinnamon bread?
It's not hard to guess.
Okay. And I'll just ask her. I'll be like, if you want to make some of this cinnamon bread in the morning, I'll gladly buy what you make off of you.
Of course.
What was the inn that we stayed at? It was the Sleepy Dog Inn.
No, that was the
that was the other one. It's the Burning Horse, Flaming Horse, Catching Horse.
You all aren't in Willends. You're in Bomberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it was like the horse something.
I don't remember.
No, I have it. It's written down there.
I didn't.
Oh no, that's the. What's the other?
There's only 2 inns. We're staying at the inn with the stables. So only one inn with stables.
The Sore Loot Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
What was the other one called?
I don't think I want to know.
Busted Bailey.
There you go.
Yep.
Good notes.
Bravo.
Oh, yes.
I know it's
For the note taker.
Very
Yes.
hot. I can't help it. Would it be too much trouble if you could bring it to the Sore Loot? That what it is? Sore Loot Tavern?
No, that wouldn't be too much trouble. I just look down the road.
Okay. That's where we'll be staying.
I'll be there before dawn.
Alright, thank you.
Absolutely. Zoom he bucks up the courage and he kind of gets her attention and points at that. She kind of uneasily, okay. Kind of
Well, I bought them one, but okay.
ties up the remainder. And he gives her, as she says, oh, that would be 2 silver. He pulls out 2 gold and kind of places it on the table and kind of gives her a smile and takes it up and kind of, do you guys?
It's okay! I just kind of smile at him. I'm like, oh, such a doll.
He excitedly walks over with his bread and kind of scritches Warrior's cheek and kind of lips his shoulder a little bit. Just kind of gives you a grin.
Alright, well, let's go sleep on a bed.
We get to sleep now.
He nods. He's ready. He's used to sleeping out in the wilderness, but after a very short amount of time, he's like sleeping on a bed.
Sounds nice.
It's very nice sleeping on a bed. You all go back into the Sore Loot Tavern. And see the innkeeper once again.
This is my 3rd time back. It's a good establishment.
It's the Sore Loot Inn, right?
And the Sore Loot Tavern.
Tavern, okay.
The Sore Loot Tavern. You see Madame Esme Trugast kind of bustling about. Again, you see several individuals who are...
Do I recognize anybody?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
So you will go inside.
11.
14.
14.
Wait, did you leave Warrior outside?
No, I assume I put them in
Zoom
the...
is staying with him while you all acquire a room, just to make sure that there's
No
space.
problem.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, you're back. Good to see you. What can I do you for?
We were hoping to get a room for a few nights and then a stall for my horse.
Looks at you guys. Not gonna try and back out again.
Can we just do it for one night?
Fine.
We're not gonna be staying long.
I know, but I want to go through town and maybe try to get some supplies tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do that and then leave.
Okay.
After we get some information.
Okay, then I'll
How about 2
retract
nights?
that. Okay, 2 nights.
For sure.
No refund necessary if we leave early.
We do have a room available.
How many beds does it have?
2.
2? That's fine. We can share.
They're larger beds.
Okay, that's fine then. That's good.
They're not the smaller ones. They're full size.
Perfect.
I believe that is for 2 nights. That's 30 gold. I think.
30?
I think so.
I think it was 66 last time for 3 nights.
Yeah. So for 2 nights,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be 44?
So yeah, it'd be 44.
44, yeah.
Okay, so I'll give 22 gold.
And I'll give 22 gold.
Alright. You all pay for a room for the next 2 nights. That night and the following.
Okay. And then I'll go back out and take Warrior. You get the key. And I'm gonna go take care of Warrior for a little while.
Zoom points and
If you want to help, you can. Okay.
nods.
Okay.
Here he goes, pauses for a second, he's like, he goes, finds you, you all go up to the room, and he kind of like takes off his belt, kind of sets it carefully on one of the nearby tables, undoes the latch and runs back out to help you.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in the stable. I'm gonna be giving him lots of fresh cold water and nice hay.
He enjoys the warmth of a stall once again.
And I'm gonna put this blanket
actually
on
looks
after I press the
excited.
vegetation the heck out of it.
I think that's the spell you use most often.
Yes.
Like every day.
It's a good thing
It's
it's
a big
cantrip.
makeup, just every inch of him is once again clean. His hooves, you can see where he kind of his kind of cracked a little bit, where he's like walked for so long. He's just tired. He's ready to recuperate.
I probably
But
need
Zoom
this.
comes back out, helps kind of clean him, clear out the stall, everything else. Make a perception check.
Yes, I want to see if those other horses are still there.
You're just like, woo you.
It's an 8.
There are new horses in the stalls. You don't notice any of them that look familiar.
It's too bad. I figure. Okay. Oh, so I go to the room and stuff, and then while she's doing that, I was going to go ask about Adriana to see if she made it to the tavern.
Sure.
Yes.
You go back downstairs right as you see Tal'el kind of like holding open the flap for her to get out. And she's like, that was the most interesting experience I've ever had. And
I'll be back.
And he looks...
Give them a little bit of time alone.
Looks, be safe.
Alright.
Take your time.
You go back down the stairs after you shut and lock the door. And go back downstairs. Feeling pretty good. And you go and you find Esme, and she's just taking a moment, sitting back on her heels.
Ooh, sorry to bother you.
No, it's fine. It's what I'm here for. What can I do you for?
Do you remember we left a note for someone who we were waiting for? Her name was Adrielle. Did she ever make it here? And ask about us?
Oh, she did. No,
Oh,
she
she
did
did.
make him. What were your all's perception checks?
Originally, I don't remember. I just know the one that was in my bar. I don't
It was
remember what the other one
like
was.
11 and
I got
14.
14.
Yeah.
You hear from behind you. It's a right bloody time!
She's okay!
It's been a right bloody time! I spent all this... You know how long I had to walk on my own?
I'm gonna hug her. I'm like, you're okay. Were you mugged on your way here?
I was absolutely mugged
It's
on my way here.
We found the person who mugged you, and
I hope so. Did you give him a good one too for me? He took
got
my
what
bow,
was
and you can see her,
coming.
and like she actually has like a scrape kind of on her cheek. She actually has like some bandages like on her face, and she's like, "Don't worry, my eye's totally fine. It's just the way the
Did I
bandages
take
actually
that
have to
bow
go."
from the crocodile?
You did.
Okay, I
You
couldn't
did.
remember.
You and Zoom both.
So technically I have 2 bows now. The one that I took off of Hunchy and then the one from the crocodile.
And she's spindly.
I mean, that's the way that
Spindly.
you kind of describe them.
Yeah, he has a very interesting personality. She just looks. You look like you've been seeing one too many winters. What's going on? And she kind of gives you a little clap and is like, I have to say I was a little bit disappointed seeing you guys up and lift me, but it was probably for the best. I've actually picked up a couple of minor shifts here. Every once in a while, paved my way after my coin purse got robbed.
Oh man, I didn't find any of those coins. It's probably a hefty coin purse. It wasn't in the crocodile. I'm pissed.
It's a weird phrase. I didn't find the coin purse. It wasn't in the crocodile.
She was like, I lost my bow, lost my pack. I had this nice little tarp. I'd use it on all sorts of occasions. I had it like strung up and everything. All of that was taken. And all
I have the tarp, right?
Damn. But you're not there.
Well, I could tell her. It's like, oh, we actually have your bow.
Really?
Yeah, we came across the bloke that...
She, at this point, hugs you, just...
Whoa!
Like, that is a relief. Absolute relief. But, anyway, I, definitely thought over your offer. I thought maybe you all would need a little bit of extra help in the swamps, but I gotta say, I'm kind of liking this. Ended up... Well, if you were interested in hearing,
Oh, yes, I'd like to.
I'd buy you a drink, but it's not my shift, and I can't hardly sneak any with Madame Esme watching me.
I'll buy a drink.
Oh, you're a lifesaver.
I'll go up and get two. Well, yeah, I'll just go up and get two.
Yeah, it costs like a silver.
Okay, so can I just convert it? Okay.
Yeah, can I like convert some of my gold into stuff?
Because I know it doesn't work that way in real life. It's
No,
like
I mean you
gold
can get change.
Okay.
You get change
That's
back
fine.
here and there. So if something costs something, I assume you all can math your coins.
I can math my coins.
I believe you.
I get the drink.
And she sits over. She just kind of looks worn out. She's like, yeah. I actually arrived here apparently a couple of days after you all left. Had a few things to kind of get arranged. Funny story on that. Ended up kind of subletting the land.
Oh.
Found a couple people who I made an agreement with, said I'd let them hunt in the area, and in exchange I could come whenever I wanted because the land is mine. And they could hunt, stay in the area, split whatever they caught.
Well, that's very nice.
I know them, they're decent enough. They just were looking for a place to call home.
That's
Nice.
very good.
Nice.
Yes. Sorry we had to leave you hanging, but we
No,
have a very
I'm
pressing
good. I'd
matter.
be asking, what was that all about?
Do you remember the sprite friend that we had?
I do, I remember.
Well, we had to go do an errand for him that was very pressing and ended up taking longer than we expected. But we
I imagine, bloody
finished it.
so.
We finished it, and we are much. And well, we actually have a new task at the moment, but we can fill you in on that later.
Ooh, starting to help some.
Okay, no, the people quiet aren't there. Say, whenever you first arrived,
Right?
was there a group of 4 people looking a little bit shifty? They kind of kept to themselves. Yes, there was 3 men and 1 woman.
Now that you mention it, yeah. Yeah, there were a couple of shifty-looking folk. I thought they were the ones who ended up stealing my stuff, actually. I had planned on just kind of waiting around in the area, making sure whenever you all got back, you indicated that you were going to be back here. But yeah, they met with 2 kind of creepy-looking individuals out on the outskirts, and afterwards just went about their way.
Do you know about how long ago that was?
Day after last, so 2 days ago?
2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Alright.
They didn't really have anything with them. Yeah, gotten weird vibes off of them. Why? You know?
No, I don't know them personally, but I need to go find them. I have a feeling they're getting into some nefarious business, and I disapprove.
There's a lot of people here, you realize that, right? I mean, there's a house of ill repute not too far from here.
Well, That's not my business. But this is more personal now.
Ah, I see. Oh, where's Talavin? Is she also around here?
She's in the...
And Zoom, how's he been?
Oh, he's fine. Do you want to go see him? They're in the stalls right now.
Think I bloody will. Both of you. And you all been talking for a little while, right, as you are... This is kind of all happening simultaneously.
I found her!
And she's like, wait, did you know, where did you find my stuff?
You don't want to know.
We could scare her. That's all I'm saying.
How so?
Well, you go in there and you say that the barkeep saw me and I went trudging off into the swamps.
I know it wasn't her and the crocodile.
I feel like that may not be the best idea. We've been through a lot of turmoil.
Oh.
And actually thought that we found your
Her face
body.
kind of pales.
We thought that we've... Oh wait, you did tell me about that. Did you?
Yeah, I told you.
We thought that we found your body and it ended up not being yours. So that may be a little more of a shock than what they want coming for them.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Well, let's go see her. And goes around the corner.
So happy.
And you and Zoom are both kind of on the other side, working at the time. And you hear, it's a right bloody thing, you better have my stuff.
I kind of like lean against the horse and I'm just like...
Zoom immediately looks over with this big smile gets off his face. As he doesn't mean to push you, but he kind of like hurries around you and goes over and kind of gives her a hug and kind of spins her for a second as he hugs onto her. And she's like, whoa, and he kind of reaches up like, what on earth? And she kind of wrenches his head over. Like, you've cut your hair. And he kind of points over and kind of pulls it up and it's like, look at you! And she's like, where'd you get this? And kind of tugs at the armor and he points over at you.
Mm-hmm. That's the first crocodile that we killed.
You don't say! And she's walking around and he stands up a little bit taller and like, well, that looks bloody nice on you. And like, looks at him like, did you get taller? She kind of gives
the
him
most manly compliment, the most like...
Did you get taller?
The one thing every man wants to hear.
She kind of goes over and kind of gives him a little tap on his abs. And was like, no, it's because you're standing up straight. Kind of bumps him. He's just grinning. He hugs her again. He kind of pulls away.
I'm kind of like leaning on like the stall door just a little bit.
But all three of you, so you, Warrior, and you are all like, oh, we're chibi in the corner. Just
and I'm gonna, as he run over there, I have my bag of holding, I'm gonna pull out her bow and the belt that I found.
well, she didn't tell you about that.
Okay, well, I'll keep that one for now.
She didn't tell you about the pelt.
But I'll pull out her bow.
She looks.
And I'm kind of like dangling it between my fingers.
Oh, my friend, I missed you. And she takes the bow and actually pulls it to the side and gives you a hug first.
I give her a hug.
And then gives you a hug, and kind of pulls you away, and kind of gives you a little slap on the cheek. Not a hard one, but like, y'all bloody scared me. Talking about, we had to run off this way. I thought it was being led off into the woods by some strange fae folk. Thought I was going to be abducted, taken to another world, and all this other thing.
Well, shit for all me and
she's
Zoom,
like, and
you
and
eat the bar crocodile.
She spins, and like, I did hear a little bit about that. Must have been interesting. I tried to convince your cousin here to give you a little prank. She pulls back on the bow. She's like, some new markings on this one. She kind of looks at it, it's like,
might be a few crocodile teeth in there.
You know, that's probably what it is. But, hey, you didn't happen to find a tarp, did you?
I did find the pelt.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out.
She looks and she you don't understand this. This is actually my dad's. And she tucks it under her arm.
I'm definitely glad I gave it back to her, because I'd have felt like shit if I sold it.
She taps it and she just kind of holds on to it. Like, he's the one who helped me teach me some thing or two about the woods, and well, it's more sentimental. It's not really warm, and I probably should just get rid of it, but helps keep the rain away.
It's very nice.
She told me you managed to help out your little fae friend.
Yes?
You end up dropping him off somewhere. Is he still with you guys? What's that look for?
Well, I mean, he's definitely still with us. We
No?
brought him along. We're, you know,
Sounds
gonna
like there's a
be
problem in here somewhere.
working through some stuff, but we brought a friend of his with us as well.
He abducted another one.
Maybe.
I bet that's an interesting
We're just
tale.
collecting all the NPCs. Yeah! Back to plan 1!
We don't even need other players because Madison's gonna be all the other players.
And I'll feel less guilty when I kill them off too.
Oh.
No, there's some cute ones that I'm going to keep forever.
Okay.
Maybe. As long as they roll well.
I throw away all of Madison's dice and get their all new ones.
Oh, don't do that. I built up a rapport with these.
Oh my. I'm gonna get their special ones that matters.
The idea sparks. I'm like, oh, Adriel, did you happen to see 2 individuals?
She knows them. She knows Jacob.
Yeah, she does. Oh, you're right. Did she know them by name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't she? I mean, I remember she like recognized
She was
them.
vaguely aware of who they were. She told them by name and described them. She understands. She understands. Oh, yeah. Scrawnies. What about them?
Well, we traveled with them up here.
I remember that.
I know that. Let's see. I kind of glance around and see that the horses aren't there.
There are horses right there.
I'm like, did you happen to see them before? Just wondering where they went. Where did they go?
No, I actually haven't seen them.
Really?
I mean, they're... Oh! Reaches over and kind of pulls out a note and kind of holds it. And it's like, Barkeep gave it to me because she thought I'd see you all before. I actually had just left the gate whenever all my stuff got taken, but here, and she hands it out. And you open it and, yeah, it's a note.
Oh, look over her shoulder.
And it says, it's from Jacob and Wyatt.
Oh, that's
It was like, hoping you didn't get abducted by the fairy folk. If you find this, then, you know, we're moving on to the next city. Hope to see you. JW. And P.S. If the sprite has abducted you, I'm coming for you.
They're going to the next town north?
And she just kind of shrugs.
I suppose.
I mean, technically, I remember them saying
That's
that they were going to continue north.
That's the only other town that's nearby.
DM, is that the only town nearby?
Oh, and then oh wait, sorry.
I was gonna say, you would know that Pathstow is probably the next largest town, and then it takes like 3 or 4 days to reach the next area.
Okay, good. Let's see. So. Well, if Adriel didn't see them, then that means that they
Left probably right in between, because they probably left the next day after we did. Remember?
Probably, yeah.
Because she didn't get here till 2 or 3 days after.
Okay. Yes. And
We
then. Did you happen to see what direction the shifty individuals, the group of 4, did you see what direction they went?
Or perchance the ones that they... well, I don't know. So.
I mean, they headed out of the town, looked like maybe east? Possibly?
East.
I mean, I didn't get a really good look, but they went out and then they headed off to the left. But, I mean, they could have just been going around the rest of the city in order to get back onto the road for all I know.
So that was the group of 4, and then the group of 2, did you see them? I know you don't stand around watching people all day.
I don't stand around watching people all day. No, I didn't see where they went. They left in the evening sometime.
Did they do an exchange of any kind?
So,
The group.
the group?
Mm-hmm. Like I said, they have something personal.
Like what?
Maybe bags or crates of anything.
No, they didn't have anything personal with them. They didn't really have any belongings. They just went and talked with a couple of individuals. I was telling her, what interest of these 4 individuals are they to you?
I don't see why we should keep it a secret. Hang on.
Yeah.
We good?
We are currently tracking individuals that are rounding up sprites
That's terrible.
for some unknown reason.
We
Ew.
ended up fighting a bunch of, or 3 of them.
No, more than that. 6.
More than them, yes.
Really?
Yes. They're trying to capture
That's
them
disturbing.
and we don't know why.
And actually, Talavin, I didn't get to, I didn't describe what Adriel kind of looks like. She has same kind of general light leather armors and stuff, but her left side of her face is actually kind of bandaged, and she actually just kind of shrugs and says, don't worry, it's just a cut, the way it kind of falls, it's gonna leave a pretty interesting scar, but don't worry, eye's not damaged or anything.
Scar.
What happened?
Well, it happened whenever I got my stuff taken.
You don't know who took it? Well, I guess he's dead, so it doesn't really matter.
So good.
I didn't see. I was on my way out of the south of the city and was going to track behind you guys. And only made it about an hour out or so and heard some cracking. All of a sudden turned around, whack. That's all I can guess at any rate. All I remember is waking up and not having anything. I wasn't too far away from town, but I can only guess by this and everything else that's what happened.
Well, he got his.
Yeah. At any rate, but yeah, they're rounding him up.
As far as what we can tell.
Well, it sounds like you all are on a bit of a manhunt.
You could say that.
Good.
I could say.
Are you still needing someone to come along with you? She kind of looks like wrong question. I'll let y'all think on it a little bit. Y'all look tired. You look like you've been seeing one too many winter days. And my she kind of looks out at the sun. She's like, my shift is getting ready to start. On the inside, I had to find a way to pay my way as usual.
You are quite crafty.
I try to be so crafty. At any rate, I'm going to go on inside and start working. Y'all think about it. I mean, honestly, this is kind of a relatively nice place. Much better than Willends.
Very, very true.
Well, and she looks back at Zoom, kind of goes over, kind of grabs the back of his head. He kind of flinches for half a second, but he kind of also leans into it at the same time. She grabs the back of his head and kind of knocks their skulls together and she's like, I've been missing you. And claps him on the side of the ear. And you can see him kind of blush a little bit and he knocks her head again as she takes off.
We should bring her back.
Oh, I don't want to have 2 more lovebirds around. I'm already gonna be sick over these 2. I'm gonna kind of go over and nudge him a little bit as we walk away.
Blushes and kind of knocks back into you.
He's totally in there.
I want to link with him and be like, adorable.
Shut up. I'm not supposed to say stuff about that. I have missed her. It's been a while and she does like teasing me, but it's
endearing. I'm just gonna kind of grin.
He rubs the back of his neck, kind of embarrassed.
What if Zoom decides to stay here with Adriel?
And we're fucked! But it do. I'm never gonna keep him from her. If that's who he truly loves, he must be with her. That's what we told Tal'el.
We should just be called the matchmakers. We're just you be loved, and then you be loved.
Be loved and be loved.
And we love. Oh.
We're not really warriors. We're like matchmakers.
We're traveling matchmakers.
Matchmaker, find me a find. Catch me a catch. I don't know the rest of it.
That was the last 2, but it's
okay. It is what it is.
You finish up. He helps you finish brushing up Warrior, and after some time, you all decide, I guess, to have some kind of sustenance.
Oh, I'm gonna say that I was I'm handing out the bread to everybody, and since Zoom got some of the cinnamon ones, I'm gonna save one. So I got 3. I'm gonna save one of them. I'm gonna give Warrior one, And then I'm going to give one to Nora.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'm going to eat the entire loaf of blueberry bag to myself.
It's so nice to have something other than
Just crying.
Gator!
Gator.
Oh, that
Yes.
sounds really good.
And as the outside is a little bit stale, but the inside is perfect. And you figure if you get there first thing in the morning.
I thought she was bringing it to the end at dawn.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be at the door.
Overall, you feel like if you were there in the morning, that it's
Oh, okay,
perfect.
this bread,
Yeah,
yes.
if you arrive like right at the crack of dawn, instead of waiting it for it to be sitting out all day.
That's okay. I can just imagine eating bread.
Mm-hmm.
Bread.
You use your prestidigitation and like warm it up like in your hand.
I was thinking that, but I didn't know if you could do that, so I'm going to do that.
I mean, you heat water, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I did that.
You do that, and it just the smell just wafts off. It smells great. Are you doing this in the stall or where are you? All
Yeah,
doing
just like
this?
in the stable, because honestly, like I'm like finishing up like last touches. I'm like checking over like warriors' gear and stuff. But I'm actually gonna take all of it to the room with me. Like I'm not leaving anything there
He
except for
eats
his blanket,
so
which I
much hay.
have on
he eats
him.
so much grain that is available. He wasn't looking skinny by any means, but he was tired of chewing on twigs and sugar cubes.
He's
so
probably
sorry.
really hungry. Because you kind of ran out of grain.
You were like on your last scoop of grain.
Yeah, I'm like I had some, but like it was like it was running very low. I need to get some more.
Such a good boy.
He's such a baby. When we go back in though, like I do want to ask Madam Esme whose horses those are. Do they look rideable or are they beast of burden?
They look rideable.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're not the prettiest ones that you've ever seen, but you know they're.
We can always sell
functional.
it in the next time we get another one.
But they get attached.
I'll ride it and you can ride the warrior. I won't get attached because the warrior is my one and only. Yes, my little baby. I love you so much. You're gonna get a nice sleepy time. Yes.
He actually lays down.
Aww.
And then there's a moment where he like tries to roll in the stall, but you see his wings trying to flail and just spraying hay everywhere.
And it's all clean and nice.
It's clean and nice. He smells clean and nice, like fresh bales of hay. How long were you guys out of the room, by the way?
A good long
A good long
time.
while. A good long
And
while.
we're gonna knock before we enter.
Yes. But first we need to talk about Adriel.
Okay, yes. Well,
Are we bringing her? Are we leaving her?
okay. I don't know.
Zoom is just enjoying his cinnamon bread.
Okay,
Just the
I'm gonna
chibi
link. I'm gonna break my link with him, and I'm gonna
Chibi in
link
the
with you
corner
because I don't
just
want to like talk
enjoying
about
the
it in front of
bread.
him. And I'm just gonna be like, should we bring her? I mean, if she's better off here, but it's good to have people around.
It's good. But I feel like there's a dungeon master that may go crazy talking to themselves.
Constantly. I mean, I think we should leave it up to her. Be like, you're more than welcome to come. It is not a request either way type deal, but
I think
we
That's
want you
not
to
what
do what's
matters.
best for you.
that's leaving it up to. That is it. Can we leave it up to you?
I'm not here. It's you two. Do keep in mind though, you initially did ask her to leave behind a lot of stuff initially to go and adventure.
Yeah, I feel like we did ask her to leave a lot behind. So
But hey, she has a
So
son.
just as a reminder, in case you all forgot, because it has been some
It has
weeks
been a while,
ago, like, even though it's only been however many campaign days,
For
you
us.
all, it's been an amount of times, but you all did initially ask her, like, oh, like, you know, do whatever you feels right for you, and she did, she made that call of, oh, if there's a lot of coin to be had, perhaps this would be a good venture, and so she's going to sublet the land for this season for
Alright, that makes sense. Okay. We're taking her. And then we can watch her and be really cute, and then we can watch Tal'el and
just be
Jen
alone.
be really cute, and we'll be alone.
Okay.
We'll just be alone.
I like being alone.
It's like real life. No, I have my dreams. It's fine. Jasper.
I don't even have those anymore.
Okay. Okay. So we have the rest of the day to ourselves, right?
What time is it?
By the time you do all of these things, you kind of arrived around like 1 or 2. It's probably later. Because remember, you all took the morning, keeping in mind, you all took the morning to go find those tracks, made it back, we're cooling your heels for probably a short rest, and that's when the message came in the afternoon.
This is the same day?
This is all the same day.
You're right!
This is all the same day that this happened.
We walked 8 hours earlier today.
Not 8 hours.
It was 4 and 4.
4 and 4, yeah.
It was 4 and 4.
Or it was 3. It was like 3 and 3.
Oh,
actually,
right.
so it was only about 6 hours that you all walked.
We
So
walked
it's
6 hours. I'm tired.
You all are pretty exhausted.
I don't remember. Was there a bathhouse here? There wasn't.
No.
Okay, never mind.
There was a wash tub
Okay.
in the room, which you could fill with water. But it's not like each room has its own pump. You would have to get.
Is it big enough to like get into?
It's big enough to get into.
It's like a tub, but they don't have indoor plumbing.
But like, is there like a thing blocking it so like people are like looking at you?
Yeah, there's a small wall divider.
Okay. I like baths. Okay. This thing. We'll head back up.
You all eat your bread.
But
do you have
I am
any
gonna talk
other
about-
sustenance other than the bread, like the tavern food?
No.
Or do you just eat the bread?
I'm
the
just
bread.
happy with the bread, like.
I'm gonna eat one of the apples out of my, and if anybody else wants one, they can.
Yeah, everybody partakes. Or Zoom for sure does, and it's kind of chewing on it happily.
I'm kind of like, do you think it's been long enough that we can go back up to the room?
I'm gonna kind of chuckle a little bit. I'm like, woof. And be like, well, if we knock and there's no answer, we'll go back downstairs. If anything, we can sleep out here on the warrior.
I don't want to sleep in bed.
Okay, well, we'll just knock super loud.
We'll just knock.
I asked Madame Esme about the horses, if she knows who owns them.
No, I'm not sure who owns them. She's like wiping off her hands. I mean, I could ask around. Are you looking to buy?
Maybe. We're thinking about it.
Let's see. Brushes off her apron. Well, I'll keep my eye out and see if I hear anything.
I appreciate it.
I hope there's a finder's fee involved. She kind of gives this like little bit of a teasing smile and
I'll hand her a gold piece. I'll be like,
kind of looks better than nothing. Shows
this
it
is
in.
just a starter.
And just continues.
Depends
wiping
on
off
what they
her.
get in return. Could equal more.
Mm-hmm. You all go back up to the room and
Loudly.
It's gonna scare them.
I'd rather scare them than walk in and see them doing it.
you hear a very faint yes.
Are you all decent?
Cut right to the chase.
You hear a fluttering and you hear I resent that.
I don't!
Followed by a quick back. You get back over here. And he's like, well, we're all right.
I'm gonna like creak the door open kind of jokingly and be like, are you sure?
They're both like sitting on the side, one of the little side tables where Zoom had placed his belt, and they're just kind of sitting up against it. It looked like he kind of had his arm around hers before. Kind of looks and stands up immediately and kind of brushes himself off, hands behind his back, and he kind of gives a curt bow.
It's been a long day.
Oof. I think it is time
He
for some-
nods and rolls his shoulder. It has been a very long day. Yes, and she flutters kind of around the room, and she kind of leaves this like kind of little bit of translucent dust kind of around. She kind of has this like natural glow about her, and
Oh, she's a good influence.
She's so pure and light.
Just goes goes back over and lands. She kind of gives him another little nose.
Look, I'm gonna throw
On
I can't
side.
handle it!
And she kind of looks over and she's like, "Man, he tells me that he gets to sleep in drawers."
What?
And he's like, "It's only happened a few times."
I've never left you in a drawer before.
He's like, he looks, he's like, "Yes, on the side tables. You've
I said I'll let you on top? On top? Didn't lock you in. Yet. After that insult. I'm gonna be like, but would you all like to sleep on there? I can lay a blanket out for you.
That would be preferable, thank you."
I'll take my blanket out and I'll lay it on there.
You kind of, bunch it up a little bit.
So it's all like fluffy. I'm like, does he assume gonna like come over and help him, or do I need to? Like, is to get from one place to the other?
You can actually see she helps him.
Okay.
Oh.
For a moment, she's kind of like, "I've been getting stronger." And he's like, "I know you have." And
Please tell me she gives him a piggyback ride. Please, God, tell me she gives him a piggyback ride.
It's not a piggyback. He actually, instead, it's the reverse Superman essentially. So he actually steps on her, like on the tips of her toes, and she kind of wraps her arms around him and she's like, "Ready?" And then
Piggyback ride!
and flies him over. You can tell it's like she struggles a couple of times, and he looks like he would rather throw himself off, but
Reverse Superman!
and gets them on the desk, and she's like, and kind of flares her wings sassily as she swishes her hips, and she's like, "I'm so strong."
I'm just kind of like chuckling to myself. I'm just like, oh my God, that was so cute.
Just admiring the cuteness coolly from the corner.
I'm not cool anymore. I don't care.
That's cool.
It's too hard to be cool.
I want to be cool
I want to
still.
be so cool.
We're matchmakers, we're not cool.
I want to see him do a piggyback ride. Really though?
The wings are on the back.
Oh man. Okay. I guess.
And then there's a moment where she actually goes, and you can see her, she actually druid crafts. And begins kind of like swirling her hands, and it kind of makes this little like armoire. She traces her hand over, and it essentially makes this kind of like little woven dome of vines. I think it gives them a little bit of privacy.
Damn, really? They had all this time where we weren't even in the room.
No, they just want privacy.
Yeah.
They just want to cuddle.
If I hear any noises, I think to myself, I swear to God, they will be in a drawer.
How dare you!
But she looks and is like, "This makes you feel a little bit more homey." And he's like, see what she does? See
I'm
what
like,
she
she's the best influence for you I've ever seen.
You're amazing.
does. She kind of beams a little bit, and you can see her wings kind of flare as she does. And she goes over and she's like, "Come on." He's like, "You need to get to bed." And she kind of gives him a little bit of a shove, and he goes inside. And she's like, "If you don't mind, I'm going to stay up and read for a little bit. Could you put one of the candles nearby?"
Okay, I'll do that.
"Thank you."
How long has it been since Adriel's shift started?
Probably a couple hours.
A couple hours? Okay, I'm
She's
gonna
probably
go
still
down.
working.
I'm gonna get another thing of ale or something.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go sit down there.
You go and you sit down there and you see her. She's cleaning the tables and like, you come back, and you can see she has an apron kind of like off to her side. She's like, "Look at me, look so official, don't I?" She's like, "You better not be spilling any ale, and I've already wiped up these floors one too many times."
Oh, I won't be spilling any ale, and you won't be either if you'd still like to come with us. Because we
Kind of
decided.
looks at her pruny hands where she's been cleaning, like, "As much as I don't want to disappoint Madame Esme, I think it might be nice to get out on the road."
Yes, I look forward to it.
Absolutely. When are we leaving? Are we actually leaving together this time?
We're leaving together this time.
Good.
We are staying tonight and tomorrow night, and we're leaving the day after. We're on the
That's
lookout for
nice.
some horses because it will speed up our travel.
Yes. That's thankfully that's one thing that I didn't lose.
Bro, she got a horse.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She doesn't
She
work.
works. She worked in the
Yeah, she has a horse.
But there was never a horse in there.
Didn't say she kept it at the Volga Pony.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry for our hesitation earlier. We had prepared for the worst in our minds, and then seeing you again, it was.
I know. You gotta admit, though, it'd be nice to have someone actually intimidating on your team. She kind of gives this grin. She's got the bandage on the side of her head. She kind of gives this sassy grin.
I think Talavin has that job
I
covered,
cast
thank you.
the intimidate. No, then.
I cast fear.
I had the fear of, are you sure? No, I didn't do that.
She finishes wiping up the table. She's like, alright, well, I'll make sure to give my regards and have us be ready in the next few days.
Alright. Yes, I'm going to bed now. But
Enjoy your sleep.
good night.
I'll be up, as always.
Okay, then I go to bed.
You go back up. And there's a small candle, as you can see. Jen is actually, sitting cross-legged by the candlelight, and she's kind of reading what looks like this leather-bound tome, just kind of combing through and reading the different sigils.
Oh, she's studying. That's good.
She kind of gives a wave, and she kind of
I know, and just
Zoom is spread on.
so happy.
He's on the bed, just kind of spread out.
He sleeps like that when he's comfortable, but any other time he's like hunched.
He needs a bed all the time. He needs a bed.
But this bed right here, we'll take it with us. Warrior! he just put a whole bed on his back. Okay, yes, I sleep.
You all drift into unconsciousness, allowing the aches and pains of walking, fighting,
So much walking.
That's one blister.
relief. There are several calluses and blisters, places where just bits of your sogged boot have just kind of soaked in, and even though you cleaned it, even despite all of the cleaning and work, there's just kind of this residual kind of swampy smell from your boots, and you realize you probably might need to get some new ones as you look down and almost see a layer of just foot, just where your foot has kind of peeled from the inside. It's been rough, but you all are once again in the safety of civilization.
Is it safe?
We don't have to keep watch. Oh, I cast alarm before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. You close the door, lock, and take the time to set up the ritual cast, and you have that little cold spot in the back of your mind that indicates